Hi, I'm Björn Sandman from Blocktrust, and this is a closeout video for our Fund 11 project Blocktrust Credential Workflow Platform in the Cardano Open Developers Challenge. When we applied self-sovereign identity on Cardano was quite hard to use. You had to get familiar with the Identis cloud agent, host it, hook it up to Cardano's node infrastructure, and call some APIs. We promised Catalyst voters an open source, no-code alternative. A drag-and-drop engine where anyone could say, if this happens, then issue or verify a credential, without touching a single line of SSI code. Today, I'm happy to say version 1.0 is live under the Apache 2.0 license. You can explore it right now at workflow.blocktrust.dev or pull the Docker image and run it on your own server. The platform is multi-tenant. It speaks every open standard we committed to: W3C verifiable credentials, DID Prism, the Universal DID Registrar, DIDCOM v2, even JWT for web sign-ins, and it comes with a visual designer that feels more like Zapier than a blockchain tool. Let me give you a 2-minute tour while the screen recording plays. You can use the platform to simply hook up multiple actions behind a trigger. In this very simple case, it's a manual trigger. You click it and it executes. Here it creates a DID and writes it to chain. In another example, we have a workflow that issues a credential. We use a form trigger, which dynamically generates a form based on the parameters you provide. In the following actions, the form input gets first validated and then issues a credential to a DID, which was provided in the form with some predefined claims. After that, we add an action to send the issued credential via email to the person who filled out the form. Of course, that's only one way of building things. If you like, you can also directly push it to a wallet via DIDCOM. In the last example, we have another workflow in which we have an HTTP trigger, meaning some other backend service is triggering the workflow via post requests containing a credential. In the subsequent actions, the credential gets verified. That's basically resolving the DID of the issuer and checking the signature, and also validated. Does it contain all the properties we require? If so, the workflow calls another service we can set up in an HTTP action. These are just a few of many variants you can build with this application. We have provided a series of simple user guides and a video which walks you through those workflows in more detail. I want to thank the Catalyst community for giving us the runway to build tools that lower the technical barrier to DIDs and verifiable credentials. Even if adoption of the SSI ecosystem in Cardano lags somewhat behind the technology, we hope nonetheless to help others to find an easier way into it and see the potential what the broader Identis community is building. Thanks for watching and your support.